Hi guys, just to give you some hints and answers for the 8.4 practice problems that you are probably working on today. I thought I'd make a quick video. So number one, you are investing some money into account and the banker says if you want the interest to be simple, asks if you want the interest to be simple or compound, and you definitely choose compound because then you're making interest on the money that you've already made interest on. So it's going to be more money at the end of the day or the year or wherever. Find the future value and interest of $8,000. So there's our P at 3.5%. So our rate is going to be 0.035 compounded monthly. So N is going to be 12 and T is going to be 10. So the future value, if we use the formula, A equals, I just want to make sure I have the right formula for you guys. Here we go. A equals P parenthesis 1 plus R 0.035 divided by N, which is 12. Oops, let's replace our P with 8,000. A is the future value to T N times T. Okay, so if you put that in your calculadora, let's see. You can type it in just like this. So this is an older calculator, so yours will probably look a lot better. But I'm going to put 8,000 and then a parenthesis and then 1 plus, and then I have a fraction, so that's going to go in separate parentheses, 0.035. 0.035 divided by 12. So that 0.035 divided by 12, that fraction in my calculator just means that it's in parentheses. Then I need a closing parenthesis, so that matches the parenthesis before the 1 to the power of, and then parenthesis 12 times 10. And I had to put 12 times 10 in parentheses so that the calculator knows that those are both in the exponent. Okay, so my future value is 11,34676. So 11,34676. So if I put $8,000 into the savings account, after 10 years, I will have $11,346.76. So the amount of interest I have made, I just need to subtract that 8,000. So minus 8,000. You could probably do this in your head. 334676. Jeez, you guys. 334676. Find the future value and interest. So this is the same thing. P, I'll make you do this on your own. P is going to be 9,000. So your rate, 8 3/4 is going to be 0.0875. 75 is at 3/4. Compounded quarterly means 4 times a year. So N is going to be 4 and T is going to be 15. Okay, again, I'll just help you set this up here. Your P is going to be 10,000. Your R, 0.0675. Compounded annually, once a year, means N is 1 and T is 20 years. Okay, and number 5, P is 10,000, R 0.05, 5 3/8. I need to do 3 divided by 8, 0.375. So 0.05375. Ooh, compounded continuously. So my T is still 8 years, but in this case, I need to use the continuously compounding formula, which is my future value is equal to P e to the RT. So in this case, I'll do this one with you guys. A is equal to 10 thou times E. And remember, E is that irrational number we're going to type into our calculator to the power of 0.05375 times 8. Okay, so this should be a lot more money since it's being compounded continuously. I know I pronounce that funny. So 10,000 times E, so second dividing sign, to the power, and then parenthesis, because these are both an exponent, 0.05375 times 8. If your calculator automatically puts it up at the top, as long as those both of those numbers are raised, you don't have to use the parenthesis. All right, so I get 15,372. So the amount of interest minus my original amount is going to be $5,370.58. Okay. So snap a picture of that if you want to write it down. Find the future value and interest at, here we go, P, my rate 0.01 and 1/5 would be 20. You don't need that last 0. Compounded continuously for 6 years, so T is 6. So finding the future value, A equals P e to the power of 0.0120 times 6. Find the effective annual yield at an APR of 7.5%. So my rate is 0.075, that's at half, compounded monthly. And it says answer to the nearest 100th percent. So my annual yield formula is Y equals parenthesis 1 plus R over, oops, sorry guys, R over N, parenthesis to the power of N, minus 1. So we're going to put in our numbers. So our R, I'm going to substitute in 0.075. And my N is 12. And so in the calculator, I am going to put parenthesis 1 plus, and then I have this fraction, so that's in parentheses, 0.075 divided by 12, parenthesis, to the power of 12 minus 1. Oh, that is not a good number. Let's see, I bet my mode, let's see. I bet this is so close to 0, my calculator is not going to be able to tell the difference. If this doesn't work, I'm going to put one more set of parentheses in. Okay, so second, enter one more in the front and then after the 12. Nope, this is just, I think I found my mistake, you guys. Be careful with these parentheses. Let's do it one step at a time. 1 plus, let's just do 1 plus r over n, 0.075 divided by 12, parenthesis, to the power of 12, and then minus 1. Okay, you can put it all together. I was just getting confused with all my parentheses. So to the 100th, or my annual yield to the 100th is 7.76%. 7.76%. Sorry about that, you guys, with the calculator. Let's do another one. Find the effective annual yield rate on an APR of 7.5%. So it's my R, 0.075, compounded daily. So in this case, my N is going to be equal to, and I think in the book, they use 360 for some reason. So let's continue to do that. If there's a question on the test, I'll give you what number that is, okay? So in this case, y is going to be equal to 1 plus 0.075 divided by 12, oops, sorry, divided by 360 to the power of 360 minus 1. And maybe I'll just do this one step at a time also so I don't get it messed up in the calculator. All right, so parenthesis 1 plus parenthesis 0.075 divided by 360, parenthesis, enter, to the power of 360 minus 1. Okay, and then I've just been doing this in my head, but to turn it back into a parenthesis, you multiply it by 100 because you're changing it back to a percent. Did I say parenthesis? I meant percent. Geez. So 7.79% if we round. So it's approximately 7.79%. So it's a little bit bigger because you're compounding it daily. So 360 times instead of 12. So that kind of just answered this question right here. Find how much Sally would have to invest now at 0.065. N equals 4 because it's quarterly in order to have this is going to be my A, my future value. T is going to be 7. So in this case, we can already use, I'll just show you. If we go back to the original formula we've been using where we have the P times the 1 plus R over N to the power of N times R. I need to go back. I don't want to give you guys the wrong equation because I'm trying to memorize it. Oh, NT. Sorry, guys, NT. In this case, we're trying to figure out what P is, okay? And the book already solves the equation for P for you. So it just rearranges the equation so that to make it a little bit easier, P is equal to, and then it's the future value, which is 35,000. Let's separate this here. 35,000 divided by that, and then that whole last thing, 1 plus 0.065, sorry, 65, which is my R, divided by 7, which is my, oops, sorry, divided by 4, which is my n, to the power of 4 times 7, which is my t. Okay, and so I don't want to mess this up in the calculator either, so let's just do it one step at a time. So let's do the denominator first. Everything on the numerator and the denominator are going to happen separately when you're solving equations. So my denominator is parenthesis 1 plus parenthesis 0.065 divided by 4 parenthesis to the power. 4 times 7 is 28, so I'm just going to put that. Look, I almost made a mistake again. I need a second parenthesis here. I know, stop crying. I'll take you for a walk in a minute. So that's going to be my denominator. So I need to take my numerator, which is 35,000 divided by, and then I'm just going to put second answer, which is going to give me that number. On your calculators, you may just be able to arrow up and hit enter to grab that number. So in order in 7 years to have $35,000, I need to put into my bank account $22,287 approximately. Okay. And then I'll help you set up the second one, but I'll have you solve it. So here, or number 11 anyway, we want the present value is equal to, my future value is 5,000 divided by 1 plus my rate, which is 0.045, divided by my n, which is monthly, so my n is 12, to the power of 12 times 5. And that's all on the denominator. Okay, let me know if you have any questions.